behind the belt of the opponent, when there is a middle distance when you can reach the gun with your hand, and a further distance when you are unable to reach the gun. Again, when you're working against the gun, important to remember, and when you're practicing this seriously, either you have to work with a real gun, or you have to work with a replica of a gun, which has to have the same color, the weight, and has to have the same shape as a gun. Because in a real situation, when the gun is pointed at you, so you don't have a psychological barrier to overcome the gun, just so that your working, your biomechanics and working against the gun has been trained properly. For example, the gun is still in the pocket. This is how you take it out in certain situations. Take a look. This is where the gun is in the pocket. With your left hand, you close up the pocket. You grab a hold of the pants and you don't let him pull the gun out. You sort of strike the hand from up above and grab by the cloth of the pants. By this, he cannot take the gun out. Similarly, you can do the same thing with your right hand. This is the very first step in how not to let him take the gun out. This is with the left hand, and this is with the right hand. After you've clenched the cloth, you can start working against the elbow. Typically, you bring the elbow towards you, after which you can strike with your knee, and as well you can grab him by the hair from behind. So once again, so you're not letting him take the gun out, pull the elbow towards you, and you rip your hand out from the pocket. Look, when he's grabbed the gun, you bend him, and from that position it's more difficult for him to take the gun out than when he's standing straight. But it's easier for me to rip his hand out when he's in a bent position. So I grab him from behind by the hair, or by his clothing, or by his chin and pull his head to the side. Or you can do a choke. Similarly, when you do it with the right hand, you're not letting him take it out from the pocket, and you grab him in much the same way as before. Most importantly, when you're working against a person, you need to see both of his hands at the same time. If the person turns to you with his left side, and I've lost his hand which is going for the gun, but I suspect that he's going to pull the gun out, you should start working against the left hand immediately. So you would jerk him by the left hand and take the gun away. For example, in this situation, it doesn't matter if the gun is behind the belt from the back. If he's turned his side to me, so take a look from this side. As soon as I pull by the arm, the gun is turned into the other way away from me. After which I need to grab a hold of the hand that's holding the gun. And usually you grab by the pinky finger so that he loses control. So again, when the gun is in behind the belt, in between us there's a certain distance. Again, I have to control his arms. I see when he's turning to the side. So usually there's a trip-like kick, and then a jerking off the arm, and then I can eliminate the gun from the opponent. Here's that work again. I trip him up, and I've taken away the gun. So if this example is shown quickly, this is how it looks. And you can lift the head here by the hair and hit him with the knee. Again, when the gun is in the front and you can't see it because you're working from behind. In this situation, you put the elbow a bit forward. My knee goes into the back of his leg, and my foot hits him on the side of his leg. You press down with your thumb on a couple of points so that his grip loosens. Similarly, if you take a look at my elbow, it goes right for the face of the opponent. After which I put my knee on his chest. This enables me to put him on his stomach. Then you twist your body just a bit to the side so that you put his hand on his back. Again, if you look at my leg now, and you've got a pain threshold created there. One other thing I want to say, when you're working against the gun, it's most importantly to move away from the direction of the gun. In this next example, you'll see when the gun is pressed right up against you. There are a number of ways of knocking the gun out from the hand in this situation. You've twisted your body to the side. Your hand goes at the base of the wrist, after which you just twist your body, and thanks to this leverage point, you can easily remove the gun. For example, see, our wrist is set up such a way that as soon as I bend it, our fingers automatically open up. Again, it doesn't matter if the gun is at your stomach or if it's at the chest. Twist the body. You will open up your body as if you've taken a deep breath. Then bring the arm towards you as tight as possible and start twisting the body to the side. After which you can pull the gun out with your hand. Again, when you're working with a real gun, it's much easier to remove the gun than when you're working with a replica, let's say a wooden one. In this case, you can work using the thumb of your right hand. Move to the side and you've removed the gun. Again, you grab the gun and you can control the opponent, hit him with the gun. So you're working in a triangular fashion, 1, 2, and 3. Again, you're holding the gun in this way and you work by sort of a twisting, hitting motion. And you're always hitting with the metallic. Again, so when there's contact, you can remove the gun. These are the most basic movements. When you make an L shape with your fingers, and you just squeeze on the finger so he can't pull on the trigger. One finger is pressed against the barrel and the other one is pressing down on the joint of the index finger. The fingernail is pressed against the trigger guard, and it creates pain, and after which it's easy to remove the gun. And from this position, even if he is able to pull the trigger, the barrel of the gun is pointing away from you, so it will miss you. After which you twist the gun onto his finger. It's better not to break the finger, because this enables you to easily control him. After which you assume control of the gun. So again, when the gun has made contact with you, use the L shape, twist, the barrel is facing away from you. You either twist the gun onto his finger, or you can just pull it out with your own hand. One hand there, you twisted it, twist it onto the finger again, or just pull it out with your own. The same you can do with using your right hand. Again, you grab it such a way that the thumb is pressing against the trigger guard. And you're pressing it also on the joint of the finger. And there you see you're able to remove the gun. In this situation, you twist your body slightly to the side. Again, you typically do it at the same time as you twist the body and you grab the gun. If you do it quickly and strongly, it's a lot of pain that's inflicted. Now I'll show this a bit quicker. And I have the gun. Or just so that if you want to control him, you see it. Different type of work when the gun is put right up against you. You twist it aside and put your body closer to his hand. You make sort of an L shape with your open hand, after which one hand goes on his wrist, the other one goes on the joint of the elbow. And this is the type of pressure point that you put on using both hands. Twist it aside and simultaneously the right hand goes in one way and the left hand is bringing it down and upwards. And because of the pain that's inflicted, the fingers of the opponent automatically open up, and after which it's easy to remove the gun. So again, you've moved off to the side, twist, and you've pushed him off, and there's a significant distance between you and the opponent, and it's easier for you to control the situation. So here I'm showing it to you from the other side. So this is the same motion I've just shown to you from the other side. Again, here you move off to the side, you press on the arm, and you have the gun in your hand. In this work, you can in fact just knock the gun out right away. There you see it. And after which you're controlling the situation. From this side, so you cannot just turn to the side and press on the hand. You can similarly hit in the same spots. In the wrist or in the elbow.